morning, everybody. Basically what we're going to do here over the next 30 minutes is just walk through kind of the latest and greatest with conversion AI and Jarvis, how to use Jarvis, how to train them to create really great content for you, and just have a time for, you to ask any questions that you have, getting the answers, for stuff that you've been looking for, give me any product feedback or anything like that. I just want you guys to know that we're available, that, this isn't some faceless, software company that, you're not going to be able to talk to, the people that are running it here. I'm one of the co-founders, CEO here. I'm available, and we're only a month into this thing. And so you all are big time early adopters, pioneers, and we wanted to make sure you guys are all taken care of here. And so, let me kind of share an agenda. I think we'll go for about 30 minutes, but we'll go as long as we need to here. So kind of what I'm calling this: how to train Jarvis to crank out mind-blowing content that will convert like crazy. The agenda for about the next 30 minutes here, first of all, if you stay until the end, we're giving you 5,000 free credits. So stick around to the end. Should be about 30 minutes from now. We're going to give you guys 5,000 free word credits. Just say thanks for showing up and to go give you more to go play around with. So stick around for that. Secondly, I want you to know the team behind Proof, or the team behind Conversion AI. It's the same team that's behind Proof, so which is useproof.com. If you guys have ever seen that or heard of us there, is this showing here? Am I sharing the right screen, by the way?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, sweet. So, same team. We're in Y Combinator. Proof started, about 4 years ago here, and has, scaled it up to be a pretty good company here. And we kind of, broke off, part of the team to go work on Conversion AI. And so, just know that, we've been doing this for a long time. That you're in good hands. We're not, some, shady secret startup or anything like that. We've been kind of building, publicly for a long time, and we hope to take, a lot of the stuff that we learned serving marketers over at Proof and roll it into Conversion AI, but way better here. So that's kind of the team, just so you know who you'll be talking to in chat, who you'll be seeing in support. It's me, JP, Chris, Austin, and Meg is the squad that you'll be working with here right now. Okay, next up, some beginner tips. Then I'm going to just hop into the app and kind of give you a good walkthrough of kind of what, how I'm using it personally to create a lot of content. Go through some FAQ, just some of the common questions that keep coming up over and over again, give you some free credits, and then we'll answer any questions that you guys have. So feel free to open up, your app as well. You can be kind of working through and testing out some of the stuff that I'm saying. We've got, support standing by and some of the team in here right now. If you do have any issues that come up or tech stuff come up too, we're going to be able to help you out right now as well. But with that, let's go ahead and just dive on into, some of the beginner tips and just kind of how to think about Jarvis and Conversion AI. So the first thing that, I want you to know is that better inputs equals better outputs. And so, Jarvis is a language model that's been trained by reading about 10% of the internet. And you have the ability, inside of all the different templates to add inputs and to put your little, bits about your product or your company or whatever it is you're talking about here. This is your chance to really impact what comes out over here. Better inputs, different inputs change what happens over here. Now you can't, totally reroute it and have it talk about, to do something that's not designed to do. That's what we do on our end. But you do have a lot of flexibility and a lot of control over what's coming out over here on this end. And so, I want you to know that is your chance to really make a difference and to improve the outputs that you're getting. A couple kind of tips on that is to be really detailed, and I'll go into a little bit about kind of what makes a good product description and what makes good inputs there, but really be detailed. And then more is usually better here. And so, we'll try to create enough space for you to write it thoroughly enough to really train the AI. But, for example, a really short one is probably not going to produce as good outputs as a longer description here. And so typically more is better. I recommend you kind of fill up, as much of the, I guess, text box as we have there for you. I also think that Conversion AI and Jarvis is, what we call the AI model there. So we'll kind of use that interchangeably sometimes. But, Jarvis is great at getting about 80 to 90% of the way there. It'd probably be overselling it to say, you'll never have to write any copy again. You'll never have to write any content. You'll just put this in, click a button and it'll just spit out tons of good content. I've been a marketer for a long time. I've written a ton of copy. I've trained on copywriting. Yeah, I know copy. And it's still able to get me about 80 to 90% of the way there. It's able to help me generate a ton of ideas, do a lot of good brainstorming. And usually I'll go in and I'll generate, a bunch of, content. I'll kind of piece together content. I'll change a few words here and there to make it work for me, but it really saves me probably about 80, 90% of the time that I would normally do and gets me about 80, 90% of the way there. So I just want you to know, if you are expecting it to just be perfect every time, you're going to be disappointed. But it is still pretty amazing that it can get, that far right now. And, it'll always be getting better. And I kind of think of, Jarvis as your copywriting assistant. This isn't, a full senior copywriter that you're adding to your team. They're just gonna be able to do all that for $29 a month. This is a copywriting assistant. We've trained it up on great kind of direct response marketing. But it's there. It's your sidekick. It's some, tab to have open as you're writing an email, as you're writing Facebook ads to like generate a lot of ideas there. It's not something that's just going to be able to like generate exactly what you want every single time there. But sometimes it definitely does. And sometimes we'll just kind of generate stuff and copy and paste there. So those are kind of some high level tips I want to keep in mind as we dive into the product here. And so now let's go ahead and dive in and actually walk through the product and like how to think about it here, and just how I'm using it and how I've seen like some of our most successful users using it here. Okay, so I'm inside the app. This is like your homepage. Yeah, this is where all the magic happens. This is where all the different templates are, and you can see we've got a lot of templates. One thing we are working on is, I know as we add more templates, this is getting a little like unwieldy and a little bit maybe hard to kind of keep track of stuff. We're always working on like better organization and better ways to show this and help you keep track of what you're working on here. But each template is essentially a very like sliced up version of content that we've trained the AI to write really specifically here. So my favorite one that I pretty much always start on is the Aida Framework. For those of you that are familiar with marketing or copywriting, this is a really kind of old marketing framework that works for anything. It's attention, interest, desire, and action here. And so inside of this, you'll put my company or product name. Some people have asked, does it have to be a company or product name, or does it have to be a specific company name? You can kind of use this for anything. And so, when I release a new feature for Conversion AI, you'll see me post in the Facebook group sometimes, kind of, attention, interest, desire, action around a new feature. So I could say like, maybe I've got a new template called the, video headline template. I could do that and like have it kind of readjust, and that's kind of a feature, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a specific company that you're writing this about here. Let's say I am doing it. So I'd put in, conversion.ai, and my product description, here is pretty long. What I usually do is I just go to the website of whatever company I'm like writing for. Some of you guys are agencies and you want to just, use, new clients, stuff like that. The best way I go do it is I just go copy and paste stuff off the website here. So here I kind of wrote out like a little sentence: Conversion AI helps companies write marketing content using AI. And then I went to, conversionai.com and I copy and pasted the subhead here. Okay. Pasted that on in there. That's what that is. Then I went down and pasted in this. We're actually at like 1,500 now. Because I wanted to know that we help copywriters, entrepreneurs, and agencies. So I put that in there. Joined over 1,500 agencies there. I kind of went down again and I found some more stuff and said, okay, well, discovered the future of copywriting with AI. And I put that in there. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give it pieces of information about the business or product that I'm writing about that I want it to weave into the outputs. And, Jarvis knows a ton. He's trained up on about 10% of the internet. And if you're writing about maybe a really big company that's been around for a long time, Jarvis knows a ton about that. Jarvis knows a ton about Tesla and Apple and Microsoft, and you wouldn't even really have to fill out much of a product description here. Jarvis also knows a ton about broad topics. And so Jarvis would know a lot about marketing agencies. They would know a lot about real estate. But what Jarvis doesn't know is about your specific company, unless you're a big company that's been around for a while here. There's a good chance it doesn't know what your specific marketing agency offer is, or it doesn't really know what Conversion AI as a company is. It hasn't been trained on that. So it knows what AI is, it knows what marketing copy is. But some people will say, well, why is Jarvis making up stuff. Why is it saying my marketing agency does AdWords? We don't do AdWords. We do SEO. Well, it's like, it doesn't actually know what your marketing agency does. It just knows, about what marketing agencies are doing. If you really want it to know something specifically, and it's not about a huge topic or a really big company, you probably need to put it in here. Otherwise, you will see them kind of try to fill in the gaps and make some stuff up over here. That's okay if that happens. If it says, hey, we offer AdWords, and you don't offer AdWords, great, you just delete it, and you don't, you just delete that out of the copy over there. But let's say I put this in here. I want to fill it up. I want to get as close to 400 as I can. And then I'm going to either, choose how many outputs I want here. You can choose this on every single template, and, different templates are different lengths. And, kind of usually what I'll do is I'll generate like 1 or 2 to start on any new template, and just kind of see, like, am I in the ballpark? Is this pretty close to like what I'm looking for here? Let's say I put this in here and there was something weird about it and it just was like totally off. I'd keep updating the description, the company name, until I got, an example that was really, really, really good there. Let's see here. Attention, stop wasting time writing marketing copy. Use AI to write proven high converting copy for increasing conversions. Yada, yada. See, it's weaving in a lot of the stuff that I've said. Join over 1,500 copywriters and entrepreneurs who use it every day. Like, it's weaving in a lot of the stuff that I've used. It says get in touch with our team at hello@conversionai.com. That's not really our email. Our email is jarvis@conversionai.com, but who cares? I can just delete hello and put Jarvis in, and copy and paste this into there here. Action click here. So it's like, I like this. This is pretty close. Now I want to get some more outputs. I want to get like some more variants of this. Well, I'd go through and I'd up the outputs to, say I want 5 here. It'll take a little bit longer to write more. But that's kind of generally how I'll use any given template. Start low. If I feel pretty good about it, I want to get some more ideas, brainstorm them and start to take these and I'll either use a full one or I'll start to piece together, so let's say I'm making a Facebook ad. I might just use this framework here. Let's say, okay, I like this, right here. So I might use that attention. I might kind of piece together a few of the interest sections to make a longer ad. I might kind of piece together a few of the desires, and I'd probably just use one call to action there. I'm going to basically piece together, tweak, and again, a lot of times when I'm writing copy, I'm starting with the AIDA one, no matter what I'm writing. If I'm writing email, if I'm writing Facebook ads, I'm writing a video script, I'll probably start here, just because that's kind of how I've been trained in copywriting and how my mind works there. One thing you can always do is, star content. So if you really like something, you can add it to favorites, and I'll show you where that goes. If you want to copy something, you can just copy to clipboard. That'll remove all the styling, so you can just paste it wherever you want. And you know how copy and paste works. If you don't like something, you want to delete it, or maybe like you're working on, one product and then you want to just kind of delete it and clear it all out. You can always delete all of them there. It's going to get moved to a trash section. And then sometimes the AI is going to come up with weird stuff. Sometimes, it might just be plain broken, and you'll see it. Maybe it comes out with like attention, interest, desire, but it leaves off action. That's kind of one thing that we see on this template here, to leave off action. Something's like broken or low quality, or just like not what you're looking for. You can hit this flag button here and then let us know that this is a low quality output, and you might say, this is a duplicate to what I put in, or, this is about a random industry, or, whatever. Let us know. We're always checking that, and we get like a stream into Slack of like all the flags, and we kind of, I take that feedback and then we go and update the templates to be better because of that there. Right now, this does, let's see here. You can submit it without a message there. It does remove it. What we're going to do is we're going to allow you to save that copy. We're going to put it into a different section in the content section here, so you can like see all your flagged copy there. Because I know some people, maybe there's one little thing wrong with it, but you actually kind of like it. Flagging it removes it. We're going to update that so you can actually hang on to that here. But once you do, star it or delete it or whatever, it's going to come over into this section over here, where you will be able to see all your saved copy. Click back in depending on which framework or which template you were using there. You can see all your favorites, over here. You can also see your trash over here. These are actually flipped right now. I'll let our team know. We got to flip that. So these will be reversed, but favorites will go into here. The trashed ones will go into here. Or I guess I actually favorited it and then trashed it. That's why it's over here. So yeah, that's kind of where, the content, is being stored. And some people will ask, well, how do I manage multiple clients? Or what if I want, multiple different projects in here? We recently just released this projects functionality up here. Just click the top left. You can organize this however you want. A lot of people are using this for different clients. You could create a new client, or a new project for every single client there. You could create a new project for, Facebook ads, a new one for blog posts, a new one for ebook. However you want to organize that, obviously feel free to do that here. But whenever you create a brand new one, it's all going to still be like billed under the same account. So like the settings and all that doesn't change. But then all of these will be blank and fresh, and we'll just, the whole thing will be just around that one project there. So all the content saved in here will be around that. All the different templates will be around that. You can just quickly hop back and forth in between those there. Any
We had a
questions?
question from someone.
Yeah.
They asked, does flagging content restore any credits?
We're going to do that. It doesn't exist right now. Basically what we're going to do is I'll give you guys like a budget. I don't know, maybe 10% of your total credits each month. You can kind of flag away and like have those not counted against your credits there. So you hit that and it just won't count that. We don't have that set up right now, but that is something that we're planning on doing so that, I don't want you guys paying for, low quality stuff. Kind of in the meantime, what we're doing is just giving you lots of opportunity to like get free credits, like being here and stay until the end. You'll get 5,000 free credits to kind of give you a little bit of a buffer. But yeah, that is something that we want to do is build that out.
Sweet. And Scott asked, does the AI actually grab content from the top ranking pages in Google for particular keywords? Where is it pulling that information from?
So the AI is not going out into the internet and grabbing information, as we're doing this here. So it was trained up on a data set about the internet, but it is not actively going out and getting new stuff right now. And so again, if something's come out, recently, it's probably not going to know about that. It's also not going to know things like, just whatever's currently on the internet or like current top ranking YouTube videos. Like it's not gonna, it knows what's, high ranking YouTube videos are. And like, for example, on the video, templates, we've trained all of this stuff on really well ranking, highly viewed stuff. But yeah, it couldn't like, it doesn't know what today the best viewed video on YouTube is or anything like that.
Great. And there's some questions around like how often will that data set be refreshed? Yeah, you want to hit on that?
Yeah. So right now it was refreshed. We use another kind of platform that we're built on top of that, was refreshed about a year ago. So it was not refreshed, real recently. And I'm not totally sure when like the next, big refresh will be. So it won't know about stuff like in the last year, basically. Yeah. What are the questions we have?
Um, Someone asked if you could do negative keywords, so you can tell Jarvis not to include something.
You can't really do that. What you will find is that inputting over here can be kind of flexible. So sometimes you might be able to kind of like, put in stuff like you might be able to write like, let's say with like the video topics, keywords to rank for. Like maybe you could be able to say like, don't say this or don't rank for this or whatever. But we don't really have a way right now to officially, have negative keywords there and like have it not write about something.
Cool. And someone mentioned about emotion in the copy. Do you want to touch on which of those templates has that feature?
Yeah. So, I mean, for the most part, all of them are trained to create creative, persuasive, energetic, like good copy. And so you will see it write some emotional copy. And you will see it do some really, really clever things there. You will see us start to test some different functionality for you to improve or tweak the copy. And we're going to eventually roll this out to all the templates here. So you'll see this on some of them, like the content improver. You'll put in some content, it'll improve it. Well, one thing people ask about a lot is like, well, like languages. A lot of the templates, if you just type in Spanish, let's say this is a Spanish description and a Spanish company name, it'll probably produce outputs in Spanish because it just gets that. Some of them won't. And you will see that sometimes you've got to add some more control over it. And so on this one, I noticed the content improver wasn't predictably producing languages, or outputs in a different language here. So here, if I put in, this, whatever, right? Better marketing copy using AI. I'll write it in Spanish here. it should output in Spanish. Okay, so it's like two of them, were in Spanish, one of them's not. That's one thing that we're always working on is giving you more control, more flexibility, and eventually. So this one you'd probably flag, say not in Spanish. Great, send that to James. That lets us know that we can improve this one here. So that would be one. You also see like in some of them the sentence expander here. I wanted to write a couple words here. Conversion AI helps companies write marketing content using AI. It spits out basically an extended version of that that's rewritten a little bit. And I can also change the tone of voice. Some people have asked like, well, what tone of voice can I even put in there? The reason we don't have a drop down or something is because it's very flexible, and we don't fully know all the tones of voice you can use. It's not like we've trained it on like 8 tones of voice that you have to use there. If you come down to the help center, go to support and FAQ, come down, here's our whole help center. One of the articles is tones of voice right here. So some of them that work funny, casual, excited, professional, witty, secretive, dramatic, grumpy, all of that would change the output there. Something some people have been doing recently is they'll put in names of people. They'll put in Joe Rogan, or they'll put in, I saw somebody put in like Optimus Prime, and like it seemed to be getting that and working there, where the tone of voice was Optimus Prime and it was speaking like Optimus Prime does. So the reason it's open right now is we want you guys to kind of play around and test that, and like you might figure out things that we have not figured out yet, like Optimus Prime. But I recommend just putting one word in there, or maybe one person in there. Don't like fill it with funny and sarcastic. Just kind of use one word at a time, and you should see the copy change based on that. Some of it may be really subtle, some of it may be really obvious there. Are there other questions?
Yeah. Lynn would like to know how to rewrite a piece of copy since she has a lot of content in the same niche.
Yeah, so for rewriting, I'd probably use this content improver here. It's only limited to 400, so you're gonna like paste in a whole blog post and have it rewrite it there, but this is probably the one that's going to rewrite the best. And work with AI, I haven't found a really predictable way to always just kind of spin something or rewrite something, where if I wanted to like keep the meaning exactly the same but use like totally different words. We're still working on like a great way to do that. This does pretty well though, where I could paste in a paragraph and it's going to rewrite it and generally keep the same meaning, especially if I like change some you know basically, yeah, it'll do that. It'll rewrite it, and that's probably what I would start with there. All right, let's keep rolling, and then we'll get back to some of the questions here. I think a lot of this is going to be answered in some of my FAQ here. Cool. So I would start with the AIDA. Then I'd probably hit this like problem, agitate, solution framework here. I love these two. These are kind of launch points for any copy that you're writing here. This one's just going to put it a little different way. The problem, marketers are terrible at writing copy. We know this, and your customers certainly know this. I mean, that's great. I could go and put that on Facebook right now. I could tweak this, put it into a Facebook post, and it would work great. That's interesting. That's engaging. I love it. And all I've done is taken this product description and I'm just pasting it throughout like every template here. That's why I really, really am big on get this product description working for you. And you can probably just paste that throughout the entire app and it'll work for you there. Okay, so move over, to the problem, agitate, solution framework. That's going to give you a good baseline for all of that. And then you can kind of break off, from there. We were trying to group them into, different themes here. And so you can see we've got a lot around like blog posts and blog post intros and sentence expander to help you like add more copy to blog posts. You can see we've got stuff on Facebook ads and Google ads. You can see we've got Amazon and website headlines. We've got stuff for Instagram and short social posts is kind of our Twitter one that you could use for like tweets. We got some fun stuff like ridiculous marketing ideas and this testimonial helper here, and then we've kind of released this new like video collection down here as well. And so we're gonna try to release like multiple new templates every week around different ideas, different collections, different themes. And so one thing I would tell you guys is as you're kind of working this in your business, like what are the things that you're writing that we don't have a template for? Some people in the Facebook group, today were saying, do we have like SEO meta descriptions? I hadn't really thought about that. I don't really do SEO, so it didn't really like cross my mind to do that, but we can totally do that. Some people have asked about like, website bios, like LinkedIn bios and stuff like that. We're working on that. And so any kind of area that you're working in, I'd love to kind of know so that, we can build out templates for that there.
We got a feature request for a story hero's journey story template,
That'd be
which
cool.
might be pretty interesting.
Yeah. No, that would definitely be cool. That's one thing is we've kind of worked on like, LinkedIn and social posts. Um, a lot of what works well there is like, yeah, more stories about people or stories about yourself, that, you post. And it's not so much this like direct response marketing copy. So we're definitely going to work on some of the stuff that's maybe less kind of salesy and a little bit more like story driven. I think that stuff's really engaging there. A couple of things I'll show you here real quick before we hop into the FAQ is, if you do want to earn free credits, here's like a referral link that's inside of all your accounts. Click here, copy the share link. That's going to give the person that signs up through your link 10,000 bonus credits. And so for the first month, instead of having 20,000, they're going to have 30,000. It's also going to give you 10,000 credits once they sign up. Basically, what you see down here, somebody signs up, you'll see like a pending, and then you'll see like credits will be awarded after 7 days. Basically, after they kind of like pass that refund window, those credits will be awarded to you there. Also inside settings and stuff, some people have asked about like, can we add different team members? You can always come over here, add team members, add as many team members as you want. Doesn't cost any extra to do that. All the credits kind of get rolled up under one account. So just kind of, let them know that, hey, we have, credit limit here and all that. Then you can always manage all your usage and billing and see like how many words you've used and upgrade to higher plans or downgrade to higher plans there as well. So that's kind of the core of the product here right now. Let me answer a couple kind of like FAQs that maybe will answer a lot of questions that are coming up here. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm gonna run through. How does billing work? So, billing is basically charged based on the words that you output. And so, all the words over here go towards your billing. The lowest plan starts at 20,000 a month. Whenever you get to 90% of your 20,000, you will see like a little bar come, drop down from up above. It says, hey, you're coming up on your, your limit here. Kind of be aware that, there'll be some like future charges here. What you can do is kind of two things. You can come in here and decide how you want this to work. One, we can either upgrade you to the next tier. So the next tier, I believe is 49 a month for 35,000 words. That's cheaper per word. If you think you're going to be using a lot of words, like you might as well upgrade because it's going to save you money. If you think that just like you're barely going to go over, this is a one-time thing, you get some extra project you want to work on, you can stay at your existing plan, but you can just have us add a booster pack to your account. It's basically just going to put 5,000 extra credits into your account, charge you $10 for that, and you can stay at your existing plan there. So that's going to kind of be how that works there. And then any bonus credits that you get will roll over. So like normal plan credits don't roll over. Your 20,000 is not going to roll over. But any credits you get, this is kind of your bank. This is going to store up credits. Again, the 5,000 I'm going to give you for sticking around at the end of this, you're going to get that, and it's not going to, it is going to roll over. And we'll just kind of pull from that whenever you go over your plan. That's how credits work. Feel free to ask any questions, and I'll get back to that, here at the end. How can I earn free credits? I already talked about that. We're always kind of giving out free credits for like leaving reviews or showing up to trainings, whatever. So you can get some free credits that way. Also just by like referring other friends to it. It's an easy way to get credits here. And like, it's such an easy offer. I mean, if you go post about this, we're going to give you guys some like good scripts to go post in your Facebook wall or whatever. You'll get signups. Like we've had so many people that we've paid out credits to already. Just I don't know, we've probably paid out millions of credits, in the last like couple of weeks from just people referring friends and stuff to it. Does Jarvis, can I use multiple clients in one account? Yes, you sure can. You will see, again, that drop down link. You can go manage all your clients there. Easy way to do that. We just rolled this out last week, so give us any feedback on that. Does Jarvis learn from what I've put in? Jarvis does not learn over time about your product. And so basically every run is fresh. And so like if I like taught it a bunch about conversion AI and then came back and like just gave it a product description of like nothing, it's an app. I already did a bunch of conversion AI stuff, but it's not going to know anything about conversion AI over here. So it's not remembering and storing a lot of information about your company. It's kind of like every run is fresh. So just know that. What that also means is it's actually pretty good. It's not really what our product does, but it still gets kind of the gist of it there. But what it also means is like I could switch products in here and it's not going to like remember, and be like all trained up on one product. I could instantly switch to like writing plumbing copy in here and it would get that. How do I get support? So we've got, support down here in the chat window here. You can pop that open, hit us up anytime. We're around, basically business hours, central time, Monday through Friday there. We'll get back to you absolutely as quick as we can. We've also got trainings, like this. You can also post in the Facebook group. Facebook group's not for like technical support. It's just for more like sharing ideas, what's working, high level strategy stuff, but don't go in there and post like, hey, I can't get into my account. I need my password reset. That's what support's for.
Sweet. Kim has a question about the credits that, like, when do credits go from pending to actually available in your account? Want to hit on that?
Yeah. So it's after 7 days. We had some issues with that over the last couple days. If you've had a credit that's happened over 7 days ago and that person's still an active user and you don't see it approved, then let us know and we'll get that approved here today. But it's after 7 days, you'll see this go from pending to approved.
Sweet. And there's some desire for a workflow or collections. You want to talk about what's coming up?
Yeah. So kind of how we're thinking about the app right now is we've got these templates, right? These are building blocks. And we're kind of exploring the edges of what this product can do. And we're finding use cases. And so we're going to do some like kind of random things like this review responder is something that you can type in like the name, like a review that somebody left you publicly, and it's going to generate responses that you can go post back on Yelp or G2 Crowd or whatever. We're kind of learning and like just seeing what all we can do with the app and like what you guys like there. Once we get these like different building blocks working great, what we're going to do is we're going to like build them more into like nice workflows that you can quickly like roll through 5 in a row. It's going to generate like nice succinct outputs, so you're not having to kind of copy and paste it all into like some Word doc or something like that. So it's definitely coming. I know it's not like the best flow right now if I'm like working on a video to like move into here and then kind of like come back and move into here and all of that. We're going to fix that. We're going to like make some like much better workflows there. But right now we're kind of building out the base building blocks first, just to make sure those are really, really solid before we kind of weave them all together. But that's coming. A couple other questions, and again, ask any questions. We'll kind of hit these at the end. What languages does Jarvis know? Again, if you come to the Help Center, come down here, support and FAQ. Let's take you to the Help Center. Jarvis knows down here in FAQs. Roughly these languages, kind of in this order. These are kind of the order that he knows them. I mean, even the English is kind of funky sometimes. But keep us posted. If you speak one of these languages, you're trying to output one of these languages, we really want this to work in lots of different languages here. But I have seen that, the language, not all of the languages create great stuff. Even if it's like technically that language, it may not be, the exact quality that you'd want. So keep us posted there. But generally he knows, all these languages just from reading the internet. He picks up on like how this language works there. Do I need to worry about plagiarism? 99.9% of the output is unique. And so it's not just copy and pasting from Reddit or copy and paste from Wikipedia or whatnot. Every time I've ran it through like plagiarism checkers or Copyscape or Grammarly plagiarism, it's come out unique. I'm not saying it will always be that because I don't totally know, but let me know if you do notice that there's like issues there, but it's definitely not copy and pasting like big chunks of text. And it should be totally good and totally unique. Does the copy convert really well, or does the copy really convert? Some people like ask me about this and they think, oh, this doesn't really convert. I've spent a lot of money on Facebook ads. We're gonna do a training on Facebook ads here soon. I have copy and pasted text right out of these templates here into my Facebook ads, and that has beaten ads that I've had running for like 18 months. Like my best copy I'd ever written, I've tested different variants against it and it has beaten it. That being said, like I'm not saying that's even the value prop, that this is always going to be something you can copy and paste, but like this is trained on really, really good marketing stuff that I know converts in the marketplace and stuff that's actually really good. And so, yes, I'd say it definitely can and has beaten great copy that's already been running and out there. Now, will always do that? No. I think the value prop is that it's going to give you enough variance and enough ideas and enough new angles that, if I test 10 headlines against my current winning headline, like I'm bound to get a new winner there. And so I would say this is actually really, really good copy. It's been trained on good copy. But, again, I feel like at a high level, when you're writing new copy, it's a little bit of a guess about what's going to, convert better, one headline over the other there. How do I get more training? Right now, we've got a lot of training inside of our help center here, but we're actually moving it over. So like right now, you'll see some of it inside here over in the training section. Austin here is working on a brand new academy that's going to be a much more polished up, kind of official way for you to go find all of our past trainings. Like this training right here is going to go into here. Great place to start, plus all past trainings. We're going to keep building this out more and more. And so that's Conversion AI / Academy. We're going to build this out to be like a suite, members space and training center there.
What makes Conversion AI different than some competitors?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about, how all the other competitors are working, and, I don't spend my time doing that. I spend my time building templates for you guys, but we know marketing. I mean, our company is obsessed with marketing. I've been, marketing for a long, long time. And so we've ran a marketing agency before. We've ran trainings on Facebook ads. We've sold a lot of courses. We've sold a lot of SaaS for marketing. And so, I'd say just know that this is built by marketers for marketers and entrepreneurs, and that you're going to get really good training, and know that Jarvis is trained really well on like stuff that I know converts. We're not just training Jarvis on like, here's a Facebook ad example. I'm like, great, let's like give him some battle hardened Facebook ads that I know for sure convert, and teach him that. So just know that like we know marketing, we love marketing, and we're training Jarvis to do great marketing here. And all of our trainings are going to be around how to do great marketing with it, not just how to use our tool.
Yeah, Kim says that she's super impressed with the Facebook ad copy that she had created. So I think, people are getting real results.
Sweet.
With this copy.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
You want to go on that more?
No, go ahead.
And then Charlene says that she's never gotten, the Facebook group or the trainings from other companies. And so the community here is really supportive and robust to help you hit your goals.
Yeah, we got a sweet community here. So that's, thanks to all you guys being in there. It's a rowdy bunch. But yeah, I mean, this is, by marketers. This is, training on real marketing. And, probably next week I'll do a Facebook ads training where I just pull up in Facebook ads. I'm going to teach how to do Facebook ads for one, like how I do Facebook ads. But then two, I'm going to show you how I use Conversion AI to write all the copy and all that. So it's going to be more than just trainings like this. This is very much like a training on just how to use the product. There's gonna be lots of trainings on just like, hey, here's actually how you build out a website, and here's how you have high converting, good looking websites. And we're gonna show you how to do it, with our product there. So stick around just for like lots of great marketing training as well. And then the last one, and then we'll give you guys the free credits here. Question: why is Jarvis making stuff up about my company? Is kind of something people be like, oh my gosh, like Jarvis said that we have 500 customers. We've got 1,100. Just a reminder, like Jarvis doesn't actually know about each of your guys' companies unless you're working for a really big company here. He will fill in the blanks. He will say you're in some country that you're not in, or you're a jujitsu school when you're like taekwondo or whatever. If you wanted to know something about your company, you've got to put it in the description. If you don't really care about some of that stuff, it's okay. Like, again, if it says you have 500 customers, you've got 1,100, you just change it to 1,100. If you really care about it saying that you've got 1,100 needs to go over here. So any information about your company needs to go over here that you want it to weave into the output. Otherwise, it might guess sometimes and might just kind of fill in the blanks there. All right. With that, we'll do some Q&A. This is kind of the end of the official walkthrough here. For the 5,000 free credits, what I want you guys to do is go into the app, click on support, and say this. Say 5,000 credits, please. Let the support team know. Everybody that does that, we'll go in and add the 5,000 credits to your account here in the next few hours here. And I just want to get you guys comfortable reaching out to support. Oh, look, we got Meg typing back here. Got them added for you. Look at that, just like that. So open up support. Meg will hit you back. We'll get the credits added. You should see those, in the next hour or two. That's how you're going to get those 5,000 free credits. What you'll see, if you want to see it, those are added. If you come over to your usage and billing, you'll see here, kind of your, normal credits. You'll see a little bar below it that shows you how many bonus credits you have that month. Reminder, those bonus credits do roll over. And so if you don't use those this month and don't get to those, that's okay. They'll be there next month. That's your bank. And the existing like normal plan, like your 20,000, like do not roll over. So you will when you use those every month there. But go ahead and go tell Meg you want some free credits. She'll hook you up here. And with that, let's go ahead and get into some questions from you guys. Just so you just want to kind of feed me questions and we can chat through them.
Yeah, sure thing. So guys, you don't need to put the 5,000 credits in our Zoom chat. You would do it inside.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Come into your app, log into Conversion AI, app.conversion AI, come down here to this purple icon, chat with our team, click that thing. You message Meg, say 5,000 free credits, please. That's where you need to do it, not in Zoom. Too hard to track down from there. So yeah, let me know if you have questions around that.
Sweet. No questions are coming in yet, but as everybody is thinking about their questions, I would love to know, what is your favorite template or feature that you use most often?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I come here usually, AIDA, problem agitate solution, that's the core of marketing. I'll usually come there, output some stuff there, output some stuff here, kind of piece it together. I'll probably come over like the content improver and like run a few lines through that. That's just going to kind of help expand on that and going to kind of help, improve and give you some like different variations there. So yeah, that's kind of where I start usually and where I would recommend. But then it depends on whatever I'm working on. If I'm writing Google ads, like, later today, I'm going to go and update our headlines for our Facebook ads. I want to test 5 more. Well, I'm not going to try to think of 5 more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put conversion AI. I'm going to paste our description. Tone of voice. I'll probably put, maybe I'll do witty. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste the same headline that's working for me right now in our ads. And so I can go, look at our ads and like find the best winning headline. I think it's something like this. It's like marketers, make your copy writing great using AI. I think our winner right now is something like this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go output and I'm going to get some more examples here. There's a new AI copying assistant in the office. I kind of like that. I might say there's new it's a new AI copywriting assistant in the office. I might use that here. No, we're not like other AI services. Oh, look at this, man versus machine. Use AI to get better copywriting results. I mean, I'm definitely going to use that here this afternoon. So you'll see that in some Facebook ads. So whatever I'm working on, I'm going to go open that template and I'm going to use what we have in there. And a lot of them do have examples that you can kind of paste in, like whatever your current winner is there. Nice. These are good. These are actually good.
Let's see. So Michael was talking about maybe having a unique proposition generator, and this kind of reminds me of the marketing angles. You want to share how that one works? That one's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, marketing angles, and this may hit on what you're looking for. It may not, but this is going to kind of help come up with different value props that that your customers are wanting to come to your product for. So here again, if I put conversion.ai, put in my description, it's going to give me some different kind of bullet point format marketing angles. Let's see here. And actually this template's trained on conversion AI, so it might repeat stuff over and over here. Okay, but it's like, why do people want to use conversion AI? Well, marketers want to use it to produce high quality content for social media posts, ads, emails, and more. They want to produce surefire way of producing copy that'll resonate with customers. They want to use a tool when they're tired of taking a break. They want to have proven vetted material. Like, these are all different reasons, slightly different reasons. You want to save time, you want to save money, you want proven stuff. Some people use conversion AI because they don't speak English very well and they want to have something that helps them write better English. This is going to help you come up with like a bunch of different value props, a bunch of different angles that you can go turn those all into winning ads or winning headlines. And this one's talking about, some people want ROI, some people want less stress, some people want to save time. All of that is going to help you come up with stuff like that. So I do like that one, and I will use that one. I will use that one a lot.
Awesome.
Oh, got an error.
So is these trainings going to be the same time every week, and where can we expect them to be?
Yeah, we're pretty much always going to be training like Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central. So plan on that, mark that in your calendar. We should be doing them. Some of them will be kind of more beginning stuff like this, kind of conversion at 101, but a lot of them, next week we'll probably do Facebook ad training where we show you, again, outside of just how to write copy, like how to do really great Facebook ads there. So every Wednesday at 11 a.m. I know some of that's not going to work for everybody's time zone. We'll always record them and give them to you guys there, but plan on that.
Awesome.
Any other questions there? Like I said, feel free, like give us feedback. We're early on. We know that. I think we've done a ton in a month, but we're really early on, and we've got a ton of stuff we want to build, and we want a ton of feedback. We want to build this with you guys. So you're early adopters. You're part of the early fam. We're glad you're here. Know that your input means a ton, and that we only build stuff that is asked for. And so if you don't ask for it, there's a good chance that it may not get built. But if you ask for it, there's actually a good chance that it will get built. So please be giving us feedback. Let us know ideas. You can always hit this, and chat with us and like give us some feedback there, because that's going to help us know what to build.
Yeah, I know Eric and David have both requested here on today's call some way to, since Jarvis isn't trained after 2019, can we feed it any information to help it understand or learn current events or about new startups?
Yeah, you can't do that right now. So the only way to train it is kind of, the inputs and individual templates. We don't have a way to like give it information about, whatever you're trying to write about that's kind of like in the background, and then your templates work off that. You'd have to put it inside the template.
Yeah, I know something that Chris was able to discover this week is if your business is like a similar business that's existing, then you can actually, have it create, you can write about that business and then just change out your business name. You want to show how that could be an example, Dave? Or
Yeah, I mean, again, let's say you run like a small, marketing CRM that no one's ever heard of. It's like you could try it with HubSpot. Like, again, I don't, let's say I wanted to build a HubSpot description. I'd probably just come to HubSpot. I'd probably paste this stuff in here. Another thing too, I'll like grab, for those of you with clients and stuff, it's like inspect it and then go grab the description or the page title in a company. This is a great way. Like companies have thought through like their description here. And so again, I just inspected it. I come here, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to stick that in there. It's a great, well thought through description. Again, it didn't really finish it out, but that's okay. I've got enough. Okay, I could paste that in there. I was going to give you some stuff around HubSpot specifically, but then all I got to do is go like change the name. And the reason why HubSpot is because like it probably knows about HubSpot, right? Like it knows who HubSpot is. I've seen it kind of mention the founders of HubSpot, so it's like that might get you better examples there. Like even if I put in no description, let's see if it kind of nails what HubSpot is. That's why we build HubSpot Growth Suite of marketing software. See, like it knows what HubSpot is without even like really knowing about it, but it wouldn't know, some other like non-HubSpot, like small company or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of a one way to hack it.
cool. And do you want to talk about the future of long form content here and what that interface could look like?
Yeah. So, right now we're working, most of it's kind of like shorter form, it's going to spit out stuff that's, I don't know, 400 characters, maybe a little bit longer than that. But we know a lot of marketing is like long form content. Right now, you're kind of, we kind of help you piece it together. And if you're writing a blog post, writing a long email, you kind of piece it together. In the future, though, we do want to be able to like let you just build out long form content much easier, and like produce more stuff in one go. I can't reveal too much about kind of exactly how we're going to do that right now, but no, that's definitely something that we're working on here in the back end. It's just a little more complicated to figure out how to make it flexible enough to kind of match your specific style, while also being like really powerful here. So can't reveal too much about exactly how we're doing that because we're still kind of ironing that out. And I don't want to overpromise here, but we are working on long form content.
Cool. And there's some templates that we released this past 7 days on YouTube Now, could these also be used for podcast, or what's the difference on how the context of these would work?
Yeah. So, you will see us kind of release these collections. I'm going to kind of go through everything that needs to be done to release a podcast, and you'll see me release a podcast collection. We'll go through we'll release an SEO collection that's got meta titles and meta descriptions and alt tags and all of that stuff there. So you'll kind of see those things grouped together here. Some of them are going to be similar to other ones. So people have asked, like, the video script outline is going to give us, let's see, ways to save money, on lawn mowing. I don't even know if that topic makes sense, but we'll run with it. So it's going to generate, probably a list of ways to go save money and lawn mowing, if that's something that you want to write about there. Okay, mow your lawn in the morning. It's cooler out. Invest in a riding mower. Cut down on gas costs. Time spent driving around. Use mulch or straw. Actually, pretty good. That's probably going to produce pretty similar results as the blog post outline. They're trained on different examples, and so the video one is more trained on videos, and so you might get different examples there or different outputs. But at the end of the day, it's like content is content. It's like it doesn't matter what medium you go produce it on. An article about saving money on lawn mowing can be produced in a podcast. It can be produced in, it doesn't really change that stuff there. And so some of them you will see are kind of similar to other ones there. But a lot of them, are going to be very different, topic ideas or titles. I mean, titles is like, very specific to top ranking YouTube videos. This is like very different than maybe like a blog post title would be. It's trained on different examples and different data there. So it's going to have like very YouTube-y, click here to watch this video kind of type titles. How to mow your lawn this summer, 5 great tips, 5 easy ways to cut back on lawn care costs, save money on $10. It's like, these are YouTube titles. That would go well there. At the same time, this could work for Facebook ads too. It's like, these are probably pretty good Facebook ad titles. And, I'd probably run those as like Facebook ad headlines there. So you definitely can kind of mix and match stuff. Yeah. And you'll start to find like ones that you like, work for you over and over. Any other questions, Austin?
No, it looks like a lot of the questions have been answered. Anybody else have questions before we get going here? The official training ended like 20 minutes ago. So now we're just like going to be answering questions here until you guys need.
Yep. Again, if you just showed up, or you didn't hear what I said and you want the, 5,000 free credits for showing up, go chat the team. Say 5,000 credits, please. Maybe we'll get you hooked up. Also, if you haven't joined the Facebook group, please do that. It is awesome. That's kind of where we'll release most of the information about like what's new in the product and all that. And we're flying here. I mean, we are shipping fast, moving fast. Hopefully you guys have felt that. Like, we are loving this and having so much fun doing this. And, a lot of that's, due to you guys being awesome and a great, crew and great user base to work with here. And so we're loving it. And then hopefully, you'll see a lot of new templates coming out, a lot of new updates coming out. Like, it seems like anytime somebody asks for something, again, I can't promise if like one person asks for something, we're just going to do it. But like very frequently people ask for something, we get it out that week or something like that. So keep us posted on like, different insights that you have, different things that we're missing. And we're moving really freaking quick on getting it out there.
Yeah, and I just posted inside of our chat the link to the Facebook group. Be active in there. We love hanging out with you guys. This is a total community that you have a direct line to the team to share product feedback, share love, help each other out, and do trainings like this.
Some of a question from Andrew: can Jarvis fire out reviews for products in a category if we were looking at affiliate marketing? So I suppose the use case there is like ranking a site, like a review site for blenders, and then get some commissions from the blenders there. For that, you probably just have to piece together some stuff for like, like longer form content. I'd probably, generate an intro paragraph. I can put, maybe the review is, Blender, or the company is Blender Z, audiences, whatever, whoever buys that, I might put like, this is a review for Blender Z. Yeah, you might be able to kind of like piece together some stuff there. What I have kind of found is that for like unless it knows what Blender Z is, and it's like, maybe like the Ninja blender, like maybe it knows about the Ninja blender. It could like write a lot about that. But if it doesn't know about that, you've got to input so much data to it that for it to actually write something relevant, because it's going to be like, oh, it has like 7, whatever horsepower and this many blades. And like none of that stuff's actually even correct. And so it's kind of hard to write very factual stuff unless it already knows it there. But I think you could get pretty far by, using some of these and, writing product descriptions and putting enough of the content to like piece some stuff together there.
Sweet. I'll still is curious on how to use this for real estate.
Yeah, real estate listings is kind of the same thing. I've played around with real estate listings and kind of like, how do you just kind of take house information and then go publish it? I think we'll be able to get there. What I found though is that, again, real estate listings are almost all just facts about the house. Jarvis doesn't actually know anything about that house. And so you've got to put in so much information, how many bedrooms and the location, the street that it's on and the view that it has and the pool and all of this stuff. It's like, you've kind of already written the description, the listing by the time you like give Jarvis all the right information. I'm not saying there's not a place to like just input a bunch of information and then have it spit out like a well-written listing. I'm trying to figure out a way for like some of these things where you've got to give it a ton of hard facts to get it to like really stick to that and like write that out.
I found the content improver is great for that. If you just like do bullet points of facts and then it'll write it into something that's fun to read. Like you might say, large backyard, and I've seen Jarvis write back, large enough backyard for your kids and dog to run around.
Great pool, nice neighborhood, close to whatever Wheaton schools.
So one of the main concerns would be not necessarily using it to advertise existing listings, like what you're going back, just piggybacking off the fact that you're right, you do have to put a lot of info in there and then you might as well almost have done it yourself. One of the biggest things right now, and I think this is for agents all over the country, is we need inventory. And we need to inform the consumers that right now they can sell their home for as high as they've ever sold it, and maybe more than what any RVM or AVM is telling them that their home is worth. So right now we're seeing homes sell $10, $20, $30,000 above asking. So people might have one price in mind that they think their home is worth, but in all reality, it's worth way more. And the demand versus the supply is insane right now. And that's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
For those parts, unless you're like in Utah or somewhere that's unique. So
yeah. I mean, by the way, this is actually a pretty great listing here. So maybe we just figured it out. And I can build a template that kind of uses this more, but all I did was put in bullet points and it spits out actually pretty dang good listing there. For like just regular marketing. Yeah. I mean, you would just use, all the other templates, I'd say whatever, my company name, product description, I could kind of put like, we help buyers sell, during this time of low inventory.
And like one of the things that I do, and I've done this for the last 2 years, is I provide an appraisal on all my listings. So I basically have one of the top appraisers come to the home. He's been doing it 34 years. We get a full-blown appraisal on the home to make sure that we're not leaving any money on the table.
Mm-hmm. We'll send an appraiser to you to make sure we're not leaving any money on the table. Get 20 offers over asking in under 72 hours. So here, like, it's not really a company. I'm kind of weaving in like what I want to say into this. Let's see what happens here. $30K over ask. That's a pretty good attention line. Send the appraiser. Make sure it's time to sell. We can help you sell your home for $30K over asking. You're probably thinking it sounds good to be true, but it isn't. That's pretty good. We have a team of experts that'll come out and appraise your home. That's pretty good. You can probably run this thing a few more times. You can copy this, paste into the content improver, and actually get some pretty good outputs here. So that's kind of how I would do that. If you've got a specific offer you're trying to hit or a specific angle, again, you can weave that into these product descriptions, and it actually will probably produce, some pretty good stuff. And it should weave that in to the content over here. And we've helped over 10,000 buyers, sell the oldest in the Charlotte area. 10,000 buyers sell, 10,000 homeowners sell.
It's so funny how Jarvis gives you different things each time. I typed in exactly what you said, and she gave me different variations.
Yeah. No, it'll always give, various stuff. And again, it's a little bit of a volume game. Like some of it's not going to be good. Some of it's gonna be like, it's kind of like not it, or maybe write a sentence.
I think for the most part, it's good. You're just going to have to make sure to double check everything in terms of like, we have to be aware of ethics, and you always want to be sure that there are no ethics violations. You can lose your license for that. So anything to do with family, familial, or you're just you're going into discrimination, they say, if you use those words. So just be careful and make sure Jarvis is not actually pulling any of those high risk words and inserting them into her content. And I think it's fine.
Yeah. For like heavily regulated industries or platforms, you definitely want to be careful. Jarvis is not trained up to avoid those. So it's, financial or real estate or like medical stuff, or even just any business on Facebook ads. It's not really trained to totally be above board there. We're working on that. But yeah, definitely, read through everything that Jarvis puts out before spitting it out there. Look at that, oldest in the Charlotte area. We've been helping buyers and sellers in the Charlotte area for over 20 years. I didn't actually put that. And you're probably like, oh, that's not true. It's like, well, just change it to 18 years or 30 years or whatever, so it's like, it's kind of making that up. And it's like, I think that's still a pretty good line. You just kind of, but again, if you wanted it, you'd say, 18 years. Cool. What are the questions?
Well, how about as we wrap up, you want to share about the affiliate program that's coming out in 7 days?
Oh yeah. So, if you guys do want to promote more, if you've got like a following or an audience or email list or whatever, we are going to have affiliate program. For most people, we've got the referral program where you can, send credits and get credits. But if you want to make like recurring revenue on the back end, you can promote, what is it?
Conversion AI
partners.
/partners.
We're going to be rolling this out probably in the next week, where you can go and promote and get like recurring commissions on the back end of that. So go to conversion.ai/partners, and you can go sign up and get details on that there. How's the affiliate program different than the referral program? Referral program is just going to be for everyone in the app. You have to apply and get accepted into the affiliate program. So the referral program is this. This is, going to get you free credits. The affiliate program, and again, I'm calling it the referral program. Hopefully we can keep that straight. The affiliate program or partner programs for people that, have an audience, have a list they want to promote to. You will earn cash every month, and we'll pay you, a percentage of commissions every single month from that. So again, not everybody qualifies to be in this. If you just want to kind of share it with friends and family, or, whatever, probably the referral program is, better. But if you've got a bigger list and a bigger following, you'll definitely want to check out the partner program and be promoting with us there.
That's also for agencies.
Yeah, agencies that want to add their clients to this, sell it to their clients. You could either get your clients onto different accounts, like they'd have their own account, they got their own billing. You could access that. It's actually not. I'm not on separate accounts right now, but you come over here and switch workspace. You'd see all your client workspaces in here. Those are all separate accounts with separate billing and all of that. Or you could manage under one, and you could just have them in projects right here. That might be the way to do it. If you want to kind of handle the billing as an agency, you'll do that. If you'd rather have the client handle the billing, you'd set them up into a different workspace this way. And yeah, the commission on this is going to be 30% recurring for the first year. So pretty dang good for software commissions. Cool. Any last questions? This has been good, guys. Thanks so much for showing up. Always been really valuable. We'll keep doing these. Know I'm available. And you'll see me in support a lot. You'll see me in the Facebook group a lot. Tag me. I'm not going to be good at helping with like customer support, like technical stuff. Usually I'll get you set up with somebody else there, but let's keep rocking and rolling. I think this is really exciting. This is totally the future. AI is actually here. And hopefully if you're here, you're kind of convinced that this is freaking amazing. And so looking forward to building something great, with all you help. So thanks so much, y'all. One question from Ted: is the price going up in the near future? No plans on it. We'll keep you guys posted about any of that, but no plans on it here right now. That being said, like we're gonna add new stuff and create, tiers to go kind of, unlock new features and all that stuff there. But yeah, cool. All right, y'all. Sounds good. We will see you in the Facebook group. Get after it.